Welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Sydney.
And I'm Mike.
And today's topic is playing sports part B, practice makes perfect. And this topic hits so close to home for me. Growing up, I always heard my parents telling me, practice makes perfect. But what does that really mean? Essentially, practice makes perfect just means that the more and more you practice something, the better and better and better you'll become at it. When I was a child, I would play violin and try to practice every day. And before you knew it, I was practically a pro in no time.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was pretty good.
And I'm sure your parents were very happy because when you begin the violin, some of those noises can be crazy. So since you practice so much, I'm sure you were playing beautifully very soon and your parents were like, thank you.
I was,
before. But it is absolutely true. I mean, we're talking about sports here, right? If you practice, you're just going to get better.
Yes.
I think anyone who's been good at sports, even at the top level, kind of says, you know, I wouldn't be here without hundreds of hours of practice. The same is true for art, music, painting. I've been practicing cooking the last couple of years.
Really?
I used to burn the chicken and now it's not bad actually.
Good. Listen, I'm still burning chicken in my kitchen, so good for you. Maybe I should take I should take the advice that we're giving here.
Exactly.
I need to practice in the kitchen so I can get better.
Practice makes perfect after practice makes burned chicken.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. But today we're not talking about chicken or burning, we're talking about sports. And today, it's volleyball. All right, so we're going to find out who's practicing volleyball, how perfect that is going to make them, and it's all going to happen right now in part B. So let's check out the dialogue. Carrie and Randy are practicing volleyball.
Why can't I pass the ball back to you?
Take it easy. The skill takes a while to get right.
I know, but it looks perfect when you do it.
Well, I worked on it a lot, and you need to do the same.
And welcome back. And our topic today is playing sports part B, practice makes perfect. Now, Mike, can you remind me, what exactly are we going to be talking about today?
Practice making things perfect.
Yes.
In other words, if you practice, if you work really hard at something, you will get better. Perfect being the best you can be. Well, maybe you won't be perfect, but you'll be a lot better than if you don't practice and just hope, I don't know, God helps you or you have good luck or something like that. The more you practice, the better you will be. So let's find out what sport we're going to be practicing about today. We mentioned it earlier, but I think it's a good time to go over that and find out who the characters in our dialogue are.
So we have Carrie. We have Carrie and Randy. They are practicing volleyball. Now, what is volleyball, right? Volleyball is a noun.
It's a noun. It's a sport, and it involves playing with a ball. But that's a lot of sports, isn't it? Basketball, baseball, football. No, volleyball is still a pretty popular sport. Generally, we play volleyball inside on a court. In the same way, you play basketball inside on a court. I know you can play volleyball at the beach, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about volleyball. Volleyball teams have 6 players, I believe.
I think.
And it's kind of the opposite of soccer. You're not allowed to touch the ball with your feet. You bounce it in the air, you bounce it back and forth over the net. It's kind of like tennis with a team, and there's a big net.
There's a big net. No rackets.
And it's you would probably be good. It's really a lot of tall people.
Yes, I'm nice and tall.
Are amazing at volleyball. It's a popular sport here in Taiwan and in the Olympics. A lot of people watch it. So it seems that Carrie and Randy, these two friends, are going to be playing volleyball. So let's get into the dialogue and see what's going on right after we check in with our friend Tina.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字跟文法重点。首先来看看单字的部分。Volleyball, volleyball 名词排球。We played volleyball at the beach yesterday. 昨天我们在海边打排球。 我们再来看一下文法重点。刚刚对话提到了 practice makes perfect， 熟能生巧，这是一个谚语。Practice 指的是练习，在这里是名词，也可以当作动词使用。Perfect 是形容词，意思是完美的。我们来看看这个例句。Practice makes perfect, so don't give up. 熟能生巧，所以别放弃。接着我们回到课文当中。
Okay, so we are back. We're finding out what they're doing here. They're practicing volleyball, remember? And as we get into our article, into the dialogue, it seems like they're in the middle of the practice. Randy begins by saying a very strange word, U-G-H. This is not ugh. This is more of a sound like an unhappy sound. Things aren't working out. You don't like how this is going. Maybe the food, you just, that tastes terrible, that soup. Or you're just not having the success you're trying to get. You're very frustrated. He says, and then he says, why can't I pass the ball back to you? So they're playing together, Randy and Carrie.
Yes.
And Randy is trying to pass the ball to Carrie. When you pass someone, you're moving it from one person to another. You can almost touch the person, like if I pass you a glass of water, right? We will actually almost touch. Or in sports, if I'm giving the ball to another player on my team, I am passing the ball. In soccer, players will pass the ball. In basketball, you might bounce it or throw it. And then the other thing, after you pass, you shoot the ball or you kick the ball or shoot the ball into the net in soccer. But passing is moving it from one player to another as the team sort of works their way towards the goal. So that's what he's trying to do. And yeah, in volleyball, when you pass, you do that weird kind of soft
bump the ball
bump.
with the tips of your thumbs, essentially.
It's a tricky thing to do. And that's why it is not easy. That's why he went, because he can't get it right.
Yes. And then Carrie says, take it easy. This skill takes a while to get right. Now, typically when we say take it easy, we mean calm down, don't get too upset, don't be too angry. If you make a mistake or something seems a bit difficult, it's perfectly fine. It's totally okay. And then she lets him know that the skill takes a while to get right. The skill would be passing the ball, right? The actual act of passing the ball to your teammate. That's what it takes a while to get right.
Exactly right. Yeah. Take it easy. She could also say, relax.
Yes.
It's okay. Don't be upset. So let's hope that Randy can figure this out and not get more frustrated. But before we find out, it's time to go to Tina.
我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字 pass 动词传传球 Ian passed the ball to his teammate. Ian 把球传给队友 ，teammate 指的就是队友。文法的部分刚刚提到了 take it easy， 放轻松，慢慢来，这是一个口语用法。easy 在这里是副词，意思是轻松的。我们来看看这个例句 ：Take it easy and don't worry about the test。放轻松，别担心考试。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, welcome back. So Randy, he knows, he says, I know, right? Carrie said, take it easy. It's not as easy as it looks. He says, I know. He understands that this is a difficult thing to do. Passing the ball in volleyball is not easy. He says, I know, but it looks perfect when you do it. Yeah, sometimes when you're learning something with someone who's really good at it, you feel you should get so much better so quickly to be like your friend, but it's not always that easy.
Not always that easy at all. And then Carrie goes on to say, well, I worked on it a lot and you need to do the same, which is great advice. If she works really hard at something and she's really good at it, then her teammate, Randy, should try to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, he's trying to be really good in 20 minutes of practice.
Right.
She could have been playing for 5 years, 10 years, who knows? So that is very true. You need to give yourself some time to learn how to do it. All right, what are we doing now?
Now we are going to the second part of the dialogue, and we'll be right back.
Exciting.
What's my problem? Can you tell me?
You need to keep your arms together and straight in front of you.
Wasn't I doing that? Maybe I should sew my arms together.
Don't be ridiculous. You just need to practice more.
All right, welcome back to our story. And if you forgot, we have two friends and two characters here, Carrie and Randy, that are practicing volleyball. Now, Carrie seems to be this big professional.
She's
someone
amazing.
Who's really great. She's fantastic. And Randy seems to be a bit frustrated that Carrie is maybe a little bit better than him and he's having some trouble passing the ball.
Yeah, Sydney's very kind. Randy is terrible at volleyball, but at least he knows. He's practicing.
Yeah, he's practicing.
I'm terrible at volleyball too. I haven't played since high school. But yeah, he's trying to learn how to pass the ball, right? As you're playing volleyball, you might hit it to your tall friend and they can hit it over the net. But before they do that, I would have to pass. And she's struggling. He's having a tough time.
He's having a tough time.
So as we get back to the dialogue, he says, "What's my problem?" Oh, Randy, can you tell me? So he wants to know he doesn't, you're too lazy. You don't brush your teeth no, not that problem. He wants to know, what's my problem passing the ball in volleyball, doing this thing I'm trying to do. So what's my problem? Can you tell me? Because Carrie knows so much more.
She does.
She might be able to see by, how he's doing it, exactly what he's doing wrong.
Yeah. And then she goes on to say, you need to keep your arms together and straight in front of you.
Oh, that's good.
Right? Which is great. She's giving him clear direction, arms together, straight in front of you, just like this. Now, we do have our vocabulary word arm, right? Arm, A-R-M, is a noun. And we all know our arm, right? We have arm one, arm two. We've all got two arms, right? They are essential parts of our body that help us play sports like volleyball. They help us play basketball. They help us do art. They help us play instruments. They help us study and do our homework.
Wave.
Arm, right? Wave to the camera. Absolutely.
Otherwise
arm.
you'd be waving like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of here to here.
Yeah, here to here.
This would be your hand. This would be your shoulder. But this is your arm.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, most of us have two arms, left arms and right arms. And in this case, you need to keep your arms straight. When something is straight, it goes in one line. It does not curve. It does not go up. It does not go down. It does not bend. It's straight. Anytime you're in math class and you get out your ruler and your pen or pencil and you're using that ruler, you are doing that to make sure that that line is nice and straight. It doesn't bend or turn or twist in any way. So yeah, keeping your arms straight would be having your arms kind of like that. You know who has the straightest arms in the world?
Oh, tell me. I have to hear it.
Tina. The straightest arms in the world. If you don't believe me, watch this.
我们来看一下刚刚对话里提到的单字 arm 名词手臂 Darren hurt his arm while playing basketball. Darren 打篮球时弄伤了手臂 straight 形容词直的 Jessica has long straight hair. Jessica 有一头又长又直的头发。文法的部分刚刚提到了 in front of 在什么的前面，这是一个介系词片语。Front 指的是前方前面。我们来看看这个例句 The dog is sitting in front of the door. 那只狗坐在门前。接着我们回到课文当中。
All right, welcome back. So we now have Carrie and Randy.
Right.
And let's see if Randy can follow Carrie's directions by keeping his arms straight and together to pass the ball.
Exactly. He was trying to pass the ball by doing this, and that just won't work in volleyball. So that's right. Carrie said, keep your arms straight and together. And now Randy's a little confused. He says, wasn't I doing that? He's kind of saying, that's what I was doing before when I couldn't do this right. So how will that be different? Wasn't I doing that? He could also there say, wasn't I doing that already before? And then now he's getting a little frustrated. He's kind of thinking of crazy ideas about how he can get better at this. Wasn't I doing that? Maybe, he says, I should sew my arms together. He should sew or like glue his arms together or something. He's kind of being a little silly saying, I thought they were straight. I thought they were together. You're telling me to do it more. How can I do it more? Should I stick my arms or sew my arms together? Like he's connecting them like we do our clothes by sewing. Now that's a bit of a crazy plan.
It is. And that's why Carrie says, don't be ridiculous.
You silly.
You just need to practice more, right? Don't be ridiculous means don't be silly. Don't be insane,
don't
right?
Say crazy things
Don't
like
say crazy
that.
things. Think about it. And she says, you just need to practice more, right? And that ties back into our theme today is practice makes perfect. All you have to do to get better and better at something is make sure you just take the time out, practice, don't panic, take your time, follow directions, and practice. And take advice from your professional volleyball friends like Carrie.
It's true for violin, it's true for volleyball, and it's true for sewing too, but don't sew your arms together.
Yeah, don't do that. Definitely
don't practice doing that.
Yeah.
Unless you're a surgeon.
Anyways,
let's say goodbye for today. That's all the time we have, guys. Thanks for joining us. We wish you guys good luck with whatever you're practicing at. Remember, stick with it. Practice makes perfect. And we hope Randy can finally pass the ball.
Fingers
We'll
crossed.
just have to find out later. But tomorrow we have another sport, so please come back and join us for that. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Carrie and Randy are practicing volleyball.
Why can't I pass the ball back to you?
Take it easy. The skill takes a while to get right.
I know, but it looks perfect when you do it.
Well, I worked on it a lot, and you need to do the same.
What's my problem? Can you tell me?
You need to keep your arms together and straight in front of you.
Wasn't I doing that? Maybe I should sew my arms together.
Don't be ridiculous. You just need to practice more.
我们来复习一下这一课的重点单字跟文法。单字的部分 ，volleyball 名词排球 ，pass 动词传球 ，arm 名词手臂 ，straight 形容词直的。接着我们来看文法的部分 ，practice makes perfect 熟能生巧 ，practice makes perfect so you should practice the piano every day。熟能生巧，所以你应该每天练琴。Take it easy， 放轻松，慢慢来。I can't take it easy, my dog is missing。我没办法不紧张，我的狗不见了。In front of， 在什么的前面。Ken parked his car in front of the store。Ken 把车停在那间店前面。以上就是这一课的重点单词跟文法，我们下一次再见，拜拜。
We've been waiting in this line for over an hour and we're still nowhere close to the front of the line.
Yeah, not much we can do. I guess all the red tape is delaying the process.
Red tape? I don't see any red tape.
No, not literal tape. Red tape just means all the unnecessary rules and procedures that drag things out.
That checks out. I've filled out like 500 papers already for this visa. Oh, it's crazy.
At this rate, they'll probably ask you to fill out another form just to wait in line next time.
Don't give them any ideas. It's already bad enough as it is. Hi everyone! Today's phrase is red tape.
That's right. Red tape refers to excessive bureaucratic rules or procedures that make it difficult to get things done quickly.
The term dates back to the 16th century, when government documents were often bound with red tape to identify and organize them.
Over time, red tape came to symbolize unnecessary obstacles, especially in administrative processes.
An example sentence would be, we couldn't get the business license in time because of all the red tape.
Or, getting a visa often involves a lot of red tape, like filling out countless forms and preparing all kinds of documents.
Exactly. And that's all the time we have for today.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.